If you were a kid in the mid-90s, more than likely you would have heard this memorable theme song. Pokemon is a Japanese anime that came to America in 1996. It took the world, more accurately perhaps, the kids' world by storm. Kids indeed wanted to be the best in knowing everything there was to know about the Poke universe. They do this by memorizing the Pokemon names, abilities, and personalities. But before we delve into the exciting world of Pokemon, the ultimate question must be asked. What makes Pokemon such a phenomenon? After all, it is just about these animals that in a way look like what we see in our daily lives. They also happen to have special abilities, and for some reason, people want to catch them and use them in battles. The answer is simple. It is a Transmedia franchise which not only captures the imagination, but allows people to delve into a world like no other and create their own stories. Let's begin by stating exactly what Transmedia is and why Pokemon is considered one. A transmedia franchise, according to Jenkins, is a form of storytelling which features several different platforms to contribute to the story as a whole, and each platform creates a unique experience for the person who engages in it. Pokemon started out as a video game, which led to a trading card game and to the world-known TV show. According to Michael Lincoln, the Pokemon world consists of several television shows, a card game, 6 Pokemon generations, Game Boy games, Nintendo games, various websites, merchandise, and 15 feature films. It has been going steady for 15 years and there seems to be no end in sight. In order to truly understand why this is so popular and the impact it has made, it is important for now to look beyond the catchphrase, "gotta catch 'em all." Although there are certainly older teenage and adult fans of Pokemon, the main target audience ranges from 6 to 13 years old. In an article produced by International Central Institute for Youth Education Television, the world is analyzed in terms of why Pokemon intrigues children and the impact it can make. It has a simple plot about a boy named Ash Ketchum who goes on a journey to become a Pokemon master by capturing and training Pokemon. It is made complex by the fact that it teaches about friendship, caring, and being the absolute best at your profession. It can also promote strategic thinking in the sense that children have to decipher Pokemon's abilities, strengths, and weaknesses in order to determine how to use them in the most effective way. They also give children a sense of control and responsibility. Loyalty and love become the true factor in a relationship, and children feel as if they are really needed. Perhaps the most unique feature in this world is that adults are rarely seen, and if so, do not appear very often or make a significant impact. Children are in control of everything that they do. While this may raise controversy in promoting children to grow up too fast and to think that they do not need adults, it can still be seen as positive. Children can learn to become independent and caring. As stated previously, Pokemon has been going strong for 15 consecutive years. Currently, 230 million video games have been sold, which makes it the second biggest video game franchise ever next to Mario. 19 billion cards have been sold, which is more than 2 cards for every person on the planet. It is also perhaps the longest running animated show, which has aired over 700 episodes as of April 11, 2012. However, the negative impact of Pokemon itself cannot go unnoticed. When the Pokemania phase began in the mid-90s to early 2000s, there were reports of children stealing cards in order to enhance their collection. This is certainly the negative side of participating in a franchise. People can indeed take it too far, and parents may be pressured to buy their children everything with Pokemon logo on it, because in the case of Pokemon, quantity actually matters. This is when parents must step up and tell their children, while there's nothing wrong with participating in this fantasy world, they must not let it take over their lives, nor intentionally try to hurt anyone or perform unethical acts. Despite this incident, the franchise has great qualities and fans that keep it going. One way is the grassroots of the franchise, which is the fan participation and contribution. In addition to watching and playing the trading card game and video games, fans can actually enter legitimate tournaments to test their skills. Also, according to the official website, fans can apply to be a professor of Pokemon and teach other people what they know. There are also fan fiction websites online in which people can create their own stories and share them with others. The relationship that the fans have with the commercial people who create the franchise should be a mutual one, in which both sides can benefit from one another. Fans can give creators ideas, while creators can continue to give its fans exactly what they want. Each medium that Pokemon is engaged in allows people to experience the universe in different ways. People who play video games are actively participating in the story by pressing buttons and choosing which characters they want to play with. The movies and TV series shows the narrative side of Pokemon, while trading card games allows people to actually use critical thinking skills in order to defeat their rival. These mediums take the story into new heights, and there is really no one way to enjoy the franchise, as Jenkins stated. Several hundred different Pokemon exist, each with multiple evolutionary forms and a complex set of rivalries and attachments. There is no one text for information about these various species. Rather, the child assembles information from various media, with the result that each child knows something his or her friends do not. As a result, the child can share his or her expertise with others. There are anime shows like Card Captors and Yu-Gi-Oh! That are similar in the sense that they use creatures and battles and cards, but perhaps the most famous parallel is Digimon. Digimon is very similar to Pokemon in that it has creatures that interact with humans. However, it is different because the creatures come from a digital world. It also has more of a plot story, while Pokemon has more of an episodic style. According to sites like Wika and Debate.org, Digimon may have had deeper storylines, but Pokemon is still going on strong. Pokemon can be seen in other media such as YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. It also has merchandise such as t-shirts, plush toys, and even the Pokédex that lists all the Pokemon and their attributes. Pikachu, perhaps the most famous one, was featured in the Macy's Thanksgiving Parade. This shows that the way the fans can participate in the franchise is unlimited. This is the Pokemon musical, which toured the United States between 2000 and 2001 and allowed fans to see their favorite characters live. This is the Pokemon manga book series, which may differ from the show, but still connects to the overall concept of what Pokemon is all about, which is being the absolute best. This is the Pokemon theme park in Japan, where people can come and feel as if they are really in a Pokemon world. As can be seen, Pokemon is perhaps one of the best examples of transmedia there is. It started out as a game and became a huge pop icon. Also, as was seen in the beginning, people have dressed up in order to express their love for the franchise. There may never be an end to how many Pokemon can come into existence, currently 646, how many different battles there can be, and different adventures that can take place between the Pokemon and the humans. It is a universe in which people can create and make their own. Only time will tell just how far Pokemon will go, but for now, there is more than enough for everyone to enjoy. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it.